Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am doing wonderful. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's 72 degrees out here today. It's gorgeous. Now we're getting back into like spring-like weather. It's more like it. So today is March 2nd. My mother's birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday to my mama. Oh, did you guys hear? All you Texans, you know, Texas is wide open, y'all. Governor Abbott, in all his wisdom, has declared that the coronavirus is over. You can pack yourself into restaurants, go to events. You don't need your mask. You don't have to go shopping with your mask on anymore. Everything's back to normal. The virus is gone. Enjoy, y'all. This man's crazy. The variant, all three strands of the variant have are out here in Texas. All three strands. And now spring break's coming. All these crazy teenagers are going to be wanting to go have, partying and everything. South Padre here, and then they'll all go to Florida too. It's crazy. They're opening up all these states. Mississippi open, but there's a big difference between Mississippi and Texas. I looked it up. We have like I think yesterday 8,000 more coronavirus, and Mississippi had like 300. So there's no comparison at all. Of course, we're a bigger state too. I understand that, more populated, but we have a lot more disease here, a lot more coronavirus. Anyway, so that's crazy. It's just crazy. Now, I don't know if y'all been watching the hearings that are going on about the insurrection. Why did it take them so long to respond? They're trying to get to the bottom of it, but we all know where it's going to lead to, right? Basically, you know, they were doing Trump's bidding. He put everything, in place. It's been 4 years of putting all the people in the right place so that, he can get by with, he wanted to get through this next election. He wanted to be president for the next 4 years, no matter if people voted for him or not. You know what I mean? He thought he had all his T's crossed and I's dotted, I guess. So I'm going to take a look at um, Flynn. But remember Flynn, General Flynn, Michael Flynn, that he got a pardon from Trump, and it's just because the Democrats wanted to persecute him. It's not because he lied about what was going on. It's all because of the Democrats. But anyway, he got a pass from Trump, and now they're saying that his brother was part of the reason why we didn't get that response. The guard didn't come in and help the police at the Capitol. He was in on it also. So I just wanted to take a look and see what Spirit has to say about that. They're both generals, I guess, right? Two General Flynns, Michael Flynn and Charles Flynn is the brother. He's Deputy Chief of Staff of the Army. Okay, so when the Capitol Police called up and said, "We need some help. We need we need the guardsmen come and help us. They're killing us. Help us. They're taking over the Capitol," and they said that Charles Flynn was nowhere to be found. He knew nothing about it. He wasn't in on the meetings, the decision making, or nothing. And now it's coming to light that yes, he was there. They were, holding back all this information, not playing straight with us. So let me see what I get here. What I'm getting from Spirit is yes, he was there. He was there during all the discussions. There were some major disagreements on what the response should be. You know what I mean? Uh, there was two different sides to it, and they were clashing. They were clashing on what needed to be done, and that was kind of slowing down because General Flynn is saying, "Let's just wait. Let's wait it out. Let's see what happens." He didn't want to deploy the guard, and I see the other person. He's saying, "We need to, we need to do it now. Action needs to be taken." That's what I'm getting. But Flynn is loyal to Trump and loyal to his brother. I feel like You know, um, unfortunately, part of this is payback. You know what I mean? He's doing a payback for what his brother was put through. That he feels like it was the Democrats' fault. Not because Flynn's a liar, but because they. That's what I'm getting. Okay. So I feel like it'll all come out, you guys. We're all going to find out about it um, more and more. But he slowed it down for sure. He did take actions to slow it down. Um, we're going to find out more about it. We will. I don't know if there's any, somebody will say something. Somebody's going to probably talk about it. Someone's going to tell exactly his point of view and what he said. So we're going to hear about it from somebody else, okay? All right. So next thing I want to take a look at is Governor Cuomo. So he's having a hard time right now. Remember, we were so happy when he used to every day he was on TV and he was on Trump's butt, and Trump wasn't giving New York the kind of help that they needed, and he was out there every single day, saying what a piece of crap Trump was, and we loved him. And now things have changed for him, unfortunately. So, 3 women have come and accused him of sexual harassment. Um, so, I just want to find out from Spirit, is this true? Is this really this? Is he this kind of person that he would do something like that? Was he really coming on to these women? So, I'm going to just ask Spirit about that. So, what they're showing me is, have you ever seen these guys that they wear mirrored sunglasses? Right? And so you can't see what they're looking at. Like a police wear them too. Police, so you can't see what the police are looking at. You know what I mean? When they come and talk to you, they put their head in your car, and you don't know what they're looking at. They're looking all around, see if maybe a handgun or something. So that's what I'm getting. Um, I think that's the kind of guy he is. He he wasn't overtly, you know what I mean? He wasn't making it overtly looking for, he was more secretive. That's what I'm looking. He didn't want everybody to know that he was looking at them or looking at them in that way. So he was very secretive about what he was doing, or at least he thought he was. You know what I mean? He thought he was being more secretive. I see the glasses. Um, so they're showing me that he has a really big ego. He's got a big ego, a big appetite, a big ego. uh, and he usually gets what he wants. He's used to that. And he doesn't see anything wrong with that because he comes from a time, he's a little bit older, and um, I it's like this, you guys. It's like this. Okay, I didn't do anything, I didn't force anyone to do anything. I didn't force myself upon anyone, right? I just, I had to feel them out. I had to ask them some questions and feel them out to see if they were open to, anything. So basically, that's what he was doing because uh, he was careful too. He tried to be careful when he was doing this. That's what the glasses are for, to make sure that other people didn't see what he was doing. So he was very careful about this, but he really wanted to see if there was any, somebody that he was attracted to in the workplace, if they were also attracted to him. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. That when 2 people are attracted to each other, extra curricular activities might take place. That's what I'm getting. So this is just, like I said, he's from a different time. And it used to be acceptable. These kind of things were acceptable. Now, if you were a woman that didn't want that attention, then it wasn't so acceptable. But women are different now. And also, women have to learn how to speak. If a man comes up to you and he's asking you questions, and Why would you go and smile in their face and then go and talk to somebody behind their back and say, he said this, that to me? Why wouldn't you say, that's inappropriate to talk to me like that? I don't appreciate it. So keep those thoughts to yourself. It's none of your business if I like older men or not older men or who I've dated or had sex with. You know what I mean? Why aren't women just, I don't understand what's going on with women. They're holding it in their pocket so they can pull it out and say, "Oh, I got you. Now I got you." I don't know. I don't like that. But you know what I mean? So yeah, I think he did say those things. I'm getting that he did say those things to women, and it is true. He does have a big ego. He does have a big appetite. He does like women, but he's just from a different time, and he has to change. He has to get on with the program and change. You know what I mean? And these young women, they're just, they're completely a different breed of woman, and you know, they'll turn on you on a dime. They might not say nothing to your face, but when you least expect it, it'll come right back up and bite you in the butt. And I see my own grandchildren, they're like that too. They are, there's no gray area with them, none. When we were in the workplace, because if you're my age and that I'm close to his age, you know it was par for the course. Somebody was going to say something to you. Oh, you look pretty today, or you look nice today, or you smell good, or I like what you're wearing, and things like that. People came on to each other all the time. I mean, if you work all day long and then, what if you're not married and you work all day long and you go home and then you get up and you go to work again? What other chance do you have to meet anybody new but in the workplace? So a lot of people in the workplace dated, got married, and things like that. And that was acceptable. And the people still are doing it now. But the thing is, he's a much older man, trying to get with some very young women, and they've been doing that forever too. But now it's so unacceptable to even, you know, look at a woman in the workplace. I feel sorry for you guys. I really do. I really feel sorry for y'all because it's got to be really, really tough to know, what to do. It really has to be. So you have to really be above reproach all the time and be on guard. And it's not fun like it used to be, guys. It's not fun. You know, this lady might be looking at you and you think she likes you. You better watch out. She might not. You might be imagining it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting. So unfortunately, I think he's going to be in trouble, y'all. Looks like he's going to be in trouble. I feel bad for him because that doesn't mean he's a bad person. I still think he's a good person. Clinton got in a lot of trouble. Clinton fooled around a lot and everything, but he was a fantastic president. We did great under him. Our businesses thrived when Clinton was president, as a matter of fact, personally. And he did a lot for the country. And I think, Andrew Cuomo's the same way. He's a good person. He's done a lot for New York. He's a great governor and everything. And now people are questioning a lot of things that he did during this pandemic. But this is something that's untested. The things that he tried to do and take care of, it's untested. You know what I mean? We've never gone through these things before. What can you do? The best you can. You lead, and I think he led New York well. Now, I'm not from New York, and I don't know. You guys might be, and you might have a different opinion of that. But he was very strong, and I think he tried to protect the people of New York the best that he could. I know the mayor of New York. He doesn't think so. He doesn't quite agree with him at all. So I don't know if you like him or not. It's just like anything else. He's got really good qualities and he's got some bad qualities too. But as far as being a leader, I think he was a good, strong leader for the governor of New York, for governing. I can't say it. New York. Oh my gosh. Anyway, my husband's outside. He's distracting me. He's trying to see if any of our trees survived this freeze, y'all. Oh my gosh, now I'm going to change the subject and talk a little bit about my life here. So, yesterday was the day that we had no worries about water at all. Was the first day. I, our pump went out. You couldn't find a pump anywhere in San Antonio area in the vicinity anywhere. There was no pipes, no fittings, nothing that we needed. So I just ordered a pump online. And I ordered it and it said it was going to come on Friday. And I called them and I said, "Can you send it a little quicker?" And they said, "Okay, we will." They're, they said it will be here on Thursday. That was last Thursday. Never showed up. Thursday came and went. I tracked it. It's UPS. I tracked it, and it said, "Well, it'll be delivered by 9 o'clock p.m. on Friday." We're running behind, and it said inclement weather, bad weather, and I could see that it had arrived in San Antonio on Thursday, and we had no bad weather around the area at all. So that was untrue. That was completely not true. Friday came, no pump. So Saturday was here, and we still had no pump, still had no water. It's like, oh my gosh. So I called UPS and I said, "I'm tracking my package. I see it's in San Antonio for 2 days. This is a pump. I need water. I've been out of water now for, this is my second week without water." And they said, um, we're having some kind of problem with UPS. I forgot what they called it, but they were having some problem, and it wasn't because of the weather. They're having some other kind of internal problem. That's what they said. We're having an internal problem. And by then, Home Depot received some pumps on Saturday. And my husband said, "I'm just going to go buy one of those pumps." And so I told the man, I said, "Please send that back to the shipper. I don't even want it. It's been here for 2 days, and y'all can't get it to me. Forget it. I don't want it. Send it back to the shipper. We're just going to buy one from Home Depot now that they have them in." Okay, fine. So they said, "All right, we'll do that." It's reversed. I tracked it. I looked at it, and it said on the tracking that it was going to be sent back to the shipper. I'm like, "Okay, fine, good. When they get it back, they'll reverse my payment." Well, my husband went and got the pump. And of course, I had to be the plumber's helper. He's the plumber, the blind leading the blind, and I'm his helper. And it was miserably cold. It happened to get down to the 40s that day. Wouldn't you know it? The wind was blowing so hard. So all day Sunday, he was trying to put this pump in. I was helping him. I finally called my son-in-law and I said, "We need some help. We need help." So he came and helped and relieved me. Thank goodness. And they got the pump up and going, and we had water. So here it is, Sunday night. We had water. I mean, I washed a load of clothes real quick. I took a shower and everything because you never know what's going to happen. Is it going to leak? Something going to happen? They're out there in the well house doing that. So a few minutes after the pump is up and going, it starts making this horrible sound. Yeah, it was like hammering and vibrating, and it was just, there was a lot of friction going on, and um, it was cycling really fast. We didn't know what was happening, so he turned it off, and he would just turn it back on. Like we could get water. The pressure tank already had water in it, so it was already sending water to the house. So we had water, but something was wrong. So he videoed it, took it back to Home Depot, showed the plumber that works there at Home Depot, and he said, "Oh, that pump is bad. You need to bring that back. It was just a bad pump. Bad luck for you." So he had to take down all his piping, everything that he did, destroy all his work. You have to get fittings again because they're glued tight. So you have to buy all the fittings again, the pipe, cut it, and everything, reassemble the whole thing. He had to go do it. And this time he had no helper, and he was like, "I can do this. It's not going to take that long." It took him all day, y'all, all day long. He was there from 9:30 in the morning until like 6 o'clock at night, reinstalling that. It was horrible. So Monday, that's what he did. I felt so bad for him. His back is hurting. He's had 2 back surgeries. Y'all know he had open heart surgery. He was. We think he has a hernia too. Uh, so he was uncomfortable. He was in pain, uncomfortable. His back was killing him from bending over that um, pump, getting all the pipes back together. They're down low. He finally did it. He did it. He got it all together. The water's working. Pump started acting weird again. I'm not kidding you. Started making a weird sound again, and the what is it? The gauge started jumping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The pressure gauge. It was just going all over the place. Something was wrong. It's like, oh my God, there's still something wrong, you know. And he said, I know I've done something wrong. I must be doing something wrong, but I don't know what it is because I'm not a plumber. So remember, I had talked about that Nextdoor app in one of my previous videos. I have that Nextdoor app, so I did a shout out on there, and I said, we just put this pump in, and this is what's happening. Right away, this guy answered, and he said, I'm about 4 miles from you. I live right there in Bulverde, where we live. He said, I am a plumber. I work exclusively on wells, and I will come take a look and see what's wrong. I said, and he said, I'm on my way to HEB anyway, so I'm in the area. So he came 7:30 at night. This man came here and came and looked and told my husband what was wrong, what he needed to do. My husband said, I want to pay you, I want to pay you. And he was like, no, I don't want any pay. I'm just trying to help people out. He was about the same age as my husband. My husband's 70. So he was about the same age, looked like. And of course, my husband's Iranian. He's going to take money. He's going to give that man some money. So he gave him $50. He like put it, he made him take it, put it in his hand. All we had was $50 cash. That's all he had. So he was like, here's $50. Thank you for coming by. And it took maybe 15 minutes for him to tell him what was wrong. So our pressure tank, the pressure and the pump and the tank is off. So it had to be, I think, 5 pounds less than the pump. So he had to take all the water out and then fill it with air and then redo it. And once he did that on Tuesday. So yesterday he did that. He had to take all the water out of the tank, which means we had to open up all the faucets, everything, and let all the water come out. And now it's working perfectly. It's fine. Thank you for plumber Ben. Thank you so much. Because you couldn't even find a plumber. If I called a plumber, on that Nextdoor app, people were saying, I have an appointment, but it's 2 weeks away. They can't get to us for 2 weeks. So this man was, after he got home from work, he was just helping out his neighbors. He helped out a bunch of people because I saw it on there that, he gave a bunch of advice. He looked at a bunch of people's that had to do it themselves or you'd be without, water. So he helped out a lot. So thank God for him. I appreciate it. And I know you guys were all saying prayers and everything. See, prayers work. It really does. So he was put in our path for a reason. Anyway, everything's back to normal. Things are doing good. My little kitty is still sweet and cute and naughty. I just love her so much. And she's just the naughtiest little thing you ever could imagine. I have to shut my door and put her out. She will not let me do a reading. She will not let me talk, not let me do anything. She wants my attention. She's so cute and funny. When I walk on my treadmill, she wants me to hold her for a little bit, for maybe a couple minutes. And she's like, okay, I'm done. But she gets up there and tries to get on me while I'm walking, so she's so funny. And when she's here rattling all around, she'll get on my bureau right here, all the stuff that's on the bureau. You know how cats are. She'll knock it all down. And she knows I'm going to scream at her, and she'll just do it until I scream at her, and then she'll jump off and run away. So she's just a little naughty girl, but I love her so much. She's so cute and so much fun. And I'm trying to train her, and I guess it's really training myself because she was waking up at 5 o'clock to eat, and then it got to 4 o'clock, and then it's 3:30 to get up to eat. And she has dry food, but it's the can that I give her. I'll give her half of her little can in the mornings and half at night, but she has dry food all the time. I realized, and she'll go to my head and start pulling my eyelids up and stuff. I realized all I got to do is take her and put her down and put her at the foot of my bed, and she actually will go back to sleep on the foot of my bed. She'll realize I'm not having it, and I just now figured that out. I never, would take her away from my head. I would just try to hide my head under the covers and hope that she would stop. But now I just move her, and she seems to get the idea that, hey, we're not doing that right now. So she goes back to sleep. She did the last couple of nights anyway. So anyway, she's doing good. All right, you guys, I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope it's all warming up for everybody, and spring is on its way. Thank goodness it is here anyway. I hope our trees aren't dead because it got so It got really cold out there, you know, it was 8 degrees, and we have a lot of citrus trees out there, and they're not looking too good yet. So we'll see. All right, guys, love y'all so much. If you'd like to get a reading with me, look down below. I'll leave my email address, okay? And I know I didn't do the cards, and I'm getting more and more away from the cards, but in the readings, I usually do the cards in the readings. I do it in the very beginning of the reading when I connect with your energy. At the very beginning of it, it's just me and the guides talking, and then I go to the cards for your questions, okay? Just know that's how I do my readings, okay? All right, guys, do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Love you. We'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye for now.